Hello, welcome to episode 60 of the Lorethrough, and today we are finally going to explore the Aeonia itself, or the central bloom structure of this place, and we are going to fight a boss. If you're coming straight from the Grace and you've talked to Gowry, oh, there is a Clean Rot Knight messing me up. There we go. Thankfully, these lesser ones aren't too bad. But if you walk in here just a smidge, there is a sign on the ground of a friendly. Pollyanna adopted Hold on. Hold on. Hold on now. I think I made a mistake. A slight one, but a small, but still worthwhile. I think if I charge into the rock over here? Where is it? How do we get it to trigger? Huh. Maybe I don't know what actually causes it to trigger. I'm just starting to look like a schizophreniac. Let me look it up on my handy dandy device. Give me one moment, dear viewer. Okay, looking at the internet, let's see if it's right. They're saying that she invades you about here-ish, so let's head over there-ish. Hopefully that didn't take too long. Maybe I'll clip it. It's not happening. I'm starting to think that, oh, come on. There we go. Maybe she doesn't happen if we've, met Gowry. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is what I wanted. So now we are being invaded. This is exactly what I wanted. There it is. We are invaded by Millicent. Oh, shucks. Alright, we defeated the Clean Rot Knight. There's Millicent. She has a Shamshir on her. And I want to see if she'll do her special ability. But we are fighting her all over this thing. Come on, do your ability. Oh, shucks. She's quick, though. Ooh, she's messing me up. No! Ugh, at least I know where there it is. That's what I wanted to show off, that move. Okay, now I can just go nuts, now that we've seen it. So she does a fluttering aerial move that we cannot get as an Ash of War, let alone apply it to a Shamshir. So that is an impossible move that she has cheated. She's a hacker. My dad works at FromSoft, and he's going to get you uber banned. Alright, let's go get my money back. And we'll make Millicent pay. Which is interesting, because Gowry said we need to help Millicent, but she invades us in that particular part of the swamp. So we're going to try that again. Shucks. Just gonna have to book it, I guess. And oh, come on. Oh, you can't crawl under that. That's okay. We have time, we just need to play it cool. Shucks. Can't really roll in this gunk, which is the miserable part. At least you're not supposed to. There we go. Not too difficult. I don't like them Clean Rot Knights, though. In fact, I'm gonna run away. But she just gives a slew of money, honestly. So, as far as lore goes, You don't really need to fight her. You're not getting a story element, but it seems interesting that she does attack us. And if we pay attention, that is, of course, the name that Gowry gave us for the girl who needed help from the Scarlet Rot. So maybe the Rot has driven her mad, and she invades us in that one location. Fighting her and defeating her there doesn't kill her, though. We can still do her quest just fine. Alright. That was a tangent that I almost forgot about, and I'm glad I didn't. So now, we can come over here, like I said earlier, and we've met Millicent, and dressed in a similar garb and with similar hair is Pollyanna, adopted daughter, who has a little curved dagger. Not a shamshir, but a dagger I'm pretty sure we haven't seen yet. We can summon her, and we can also summon Lutel. And we can buff our weapons, and we're gonna need it, because we need a backup Lutel quick, but there are a lot of archers. Okay, jump attacks it is. It looks like jump attacks do the damage here. The crouch attack does not do enough. There we go. Alright, now that we have nobody here... Oh! Commander O'Neill here is wearing a sick outfit. He's got a sick commander standard there. He's got a flag. Nice halberd. So I found the best way to deal with Commander Nile, at least in this phase 1 of his fight, is dodging his attacks is a little rough. You're almost better off just getting out of range of him. Ooh. But he does stuff like that. Especially when he's spooked. It feels like he's tired. He's tired of fighting. Yeah. Outranging his attacks seems to be easier than dodging. Outright. There we go. We get the frost proc, which is what I was looking for. There we go. And he summons more friends as the fight progresses. Pollyanna, adopted daughters, return to their world. We get the commander standard and an unalloyed gold needle, but it looks like it has snapped. Let's take a look at the commander standard and that needle. Oh, and I got the Halo Scythe. I specifically got the Halo Scythe for this. Okay, so we saw Cleanrot Knights wielding this outside. War Scythe of the Cleanrot Knights who fought alongside Melania, Blade of Mikola. This was the weapon of the commanders in Melania's army, and the half-halo blade deals holy damage. And it seems interesting that it's a circle with a kind of a slash, almost. Kind of reminds me of a Great Rune a little bit, and maybe we'll see more of that later. Commander Standard. A beaten red battle standard is furled around this time-worn halberd. Even after his lord was fled, Commander O'Neill continued to brandish this flag in the devastation of the rot-eaten field of battle, the sole veteran who remembers this battle with pride. So, makes you wonder who he was fighting for, but given that he's here and he's surrounded by Radahn's weapons and Omen cleavers, there's piles of bodies, rotten and decomposing, and he's surrounded on all sides by Cleanrot Knights, who I doubt are his allies. It makes me wonder if his lord was Radahn, perhaps. Okay. Well, we can jump over the wall here. Drink of this. And we will go smash the beetle. And then we'll go say hi to Gowry. I will read the description for the needle before we talk to Gowry, though. Don't worry. I forget things a lot. There's a lot to keep track of here, but I'm gonna read it. In fact, I might as well read it now while I am traversing. Okay. Here it is. Oh, and we also got the perfumer bottle last time. Dang it, I knew I forgot something. Gall. The art of perfuming was once jealously guarded in the capital, but after the perfumers were drafted into service during the Shattering, the art became widely practiced throughout the lands between. And I think we can make... Yeah, if we had Altus Blooms, we could make an acid spray mist. And we got that cookbook for the acid spray mist in the Ainsel River at this Hermit Merchant. So if you want an early perfume, specifically for your arcane build, you can get a bottle in Caelid, and you can get the recipe there in the Ainsel River, but you'll need to get to the Altus Plateau before you get that flower, unfortunately. And the needle. An intricately crafted needle of unalloyed gold snapped in half. A ritual implement crafted to ward away the mending of outer gods, or the meddling, sorry. A ritual implement crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods. It is thought capable of forestalling the incurable rotting sickness. Sage Gowry has designs for this needle, so it reminds us that we need to bring it to him, or it tells us who to look for if we accidentally got the needle first and didn't meet Gowry on our journeys.
You found the unalloyed gold needle. As promised, I've detailed the secret of Celia right here. Go on. It's yours. Now let me have a look at the needle. Well, this is a marvel indeed. The work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps the essence of life. Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped in half, will it?
Alright. There we go. So we've given him that needle, and now... Oh, excuse the noise. I accidentally bumped something. And now he's given us the secret to Celia, or so he says. He wrote it on a little note, which is kind of the funny thing, right? So let's take a look at what that says. Oh, it's going to be in the notes part, isn't it? There it is. Note given by Sage Gowry detailing the secret he promised. The town of Celia hides the source. Light 3 flames atop the candle towers to break the seal. So it seems interesting that he has given us this hint for the secret of Celia. And we actually need to accomplish this to, from this direction, reasonably get to Millicent, actually. So, it seems kind of silly that the reward is still just forwarding his own aims, but we're here to try to be a good individual, so we will take care of that nonetheless. Let's talk to him again.
Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped in half.
Okay, that's all he has to say to us for now. So now we are good to explore Celia Town Sorcery, at least in part, right? So we need to go complete... I think we just need either a certain amount of time to pass or maybe kill a boss. We're probably going to go kill a boss and come back to him. Yeah, okay. I think we're going to go do the Celia Crystal Tunnel, which is going to be a funny little experience. Because the Celia Crystal Tunnel is a dungeon you can accidentally end up in very early game if you open a specific treasure chest. In fact, I'm probably going to go show off that treasure chest now. Gonna sit down to get those enemies away from us. Okay. So let's go explore. So it was the Dragon Burnt Ruins initially. There was a treasure chest in one of the cellars there that would teleport us to the cave that we're going to. The cave is just located just around here-ish. And so normally if you go there really early, it can be a dangerous place that's not too reasonably difficult to escape, but if you try to actually do the dungeon, you'll be in for a rough time. Is it this hole, or is it going to be the other one? It must be the other one, because this has an empty treasure chest, and the other one reseals, so... I think this is one of 2 trap chests we find early on. I'm trying to think of another trap chest. Let's see. Ow. I hate how many times that hits you. It breaks your stamina really fast doing that. Okay. Here we are. Ow, I'm getting smacked even though I'm ensnared in a transporter trap. And it teleports us to the faraway land of where we just were. Just about. Oh, come on. Maybe it's because it's over in a completely different zone, why it's taken a moment, that it's a different spawn location. So we find ourselves in the Celia Crystal Tunnel, and sure enough is about where I waved my cursor earlier. We are in the middle of it. Well, we have the Gravity Stone Fan, Gravity Stone Chunks, which are items we can use. We can pull out the Gravitas to hurt an enemy that's hiding above us. Yeah, I don't like that now, do we? That's what you get for hiding above us. Okay. Interesting that those guys are weak to bonk damage, mostly. Oh, shucks. Kill his friend. Who is over here? Grab a rune arc. Oh, good. I was afraid we were gonna miss. Find glintstone scrap. And these guys are kind of mean when you first get here, especially if you're like level 20 with +0 weapons or even +3s. And don't even think about being able to kill the boss reasonably. Now you can. There's people who do it, of course. And, oh, if you need cracked crystals, this is definitely the place to go. There's so many cracked crystals. Okay. You go behind the little hut to get another smithing stone. And this is a good place to go for those big smithing stones. We're just starting to get those larger ones. Yep, the 5s. Which will get us out of the +12 bracket. We won't be able to get far out of the +12 bracket, I believe, but we'll take a look at what we have when we get there. Perhaps what we've grabbed already. We could get a weapon of +15 or something. Okay. And here is the entrance to the dungeon, right? So that is where you'd enter it naturally. Get the grace, and then you'd start the dungeon instead of appearing in that central area, the first real room with enemies. But we're going to do the dungeon here, and then go back to Gowrie. Just to give him time, you know? Now, I'm pretty certain you can warp away and warp back. I could be wrong. Maybe you do have to defeat a boss and go back to him. But I digress. Okay. Breaking stuff, breaking stuff. Dead fellow over there. Is there anything worth looting? Ah, I did miss an item. So, getting them big smithing stones. More crystals, more wall crystals. Nothing over there. Okay. So how we advance this area, if I recall. Yep. So we need to jump onto the hut that we spawned in initially. We jump across this. And don't worry about that item for now. We will get that later. Because there's an easier place to drop down to it as opposed to trying to drop on it. I should probably be using a blunt implement, but the pickaxes are funny. Where's our blunt implement? What do we have? The Great Mace? Why not? Great Mace looks classy. I kind of liked the way the demi-human staff looked more, but I suppose the meteorite staff is probably more appropriate for someone like Sieghelm, since it's more modest. There we go. Good old blunt damage. We have the treasure chest here. Rock blasters. So we have, like, it's rock shatter, but it's better. And I will try to be using that since we can finally get back to our roots a little bit. Now. Hate these pests. But now he is dead, which is the important part. There we go. Make our way up here. There's what? A miner or two? Yeah. Not too bad. Grab this item, and don't forget to kick down this ladder. This is your shortcut should you fail in your quest. Another Somber Stone, level 4. So, lots of good resources here. What's over here? I forget. I think more boogs. Yep. Whew. Aeonian Butterfly. Dragon Wound Grease. And a level 4 Somber Stone. Think I can get a crit on one of these boys, which will be fun. Oh, not if I botch it. Oh, shucks. They both hit me. And he hit me even though I was below the stage. Kind of interesting that his downswing goes that far. There's our crit. I got it late, but it's still there. Alright. And here we have an altar that they seem to be hailing for some reason, and a body that has the faithful canvas talisman. They could have been praying to this. So this is a lot like the Graven School talisman, but for incantations. Raises it by, like, not a lot. A single-digit percentage. Probably, like, 6 or 8% or something. Maybe even as low as 4%. I don't recall. A talisman bearing an icon that depicts a group of masked figures. Raises potency of incantations. The figures represent the flock at prayer, their firm belief in the intangible inspiring even the solitary founder of their religion. What is faith if not an affirmation? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Alright. Okay. No more items to grab. We have a beastie to slay in here. Yeah. So I don't think we're going to wield that or that. Maybe we should. I will first be giving this a try. Well, actually. Alright, I have an idea. This is silly. So, the Meteoric Ore Blade says that it is supposed to be good against foes that are life forms born of falling stars. And there is one beyond this gate. That's a spoiler. But I'm going to try to prepare for this fight as best as I darn diddly can. That is too heavy. I don't think I'll have a use for this. Will that give me enough weight? It does. Okay. So I'm going to try to switch during the fight to more appropriately take on this boss, but I want to see if the Meteoric Ore Blade even looks like it does okay damage against this guy. Okay. So we'll put that on. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright. I think I got this. So, first we take our drink. Then we do our shout. And then we have to drink a flask so that we have enough mana. We enter the fight, so we have our 2 buffs going. The Commander's Standard as well as the Physic that buffs magic damage. And then we bring in Lutel to bail us out of trouble. And now we are going to try to slash this thing. Whoa! That thing's doing like full damage against this guy. Hold on. That's doing great damage. I know this guy takes okay damage from elemental damage, but maybe this gravity weapon does do good against him. Ooh, poorly rolled the whole thing. I think the Commander Standard already ran out. Maybe that was a part of my crazy damage. Oh, that heavy attack hits so hard, though. Look at this. Oh, wow. I don't feel like I'm over-leveled for this fight, but... Oh, I wish I had gravity magics. I'm going to try to keep that in mind next time we fight something like this. But yeah, interesting fight. He looks like a horrible bull mixed with a scorpion, mixed with an earwig, or a termite. And he dropped Somber 6, Smithing 7, Gravity Stone, and Somber Stone Minor Bell Bearing 1, which is a nice item because it lets us buy Somber 1 and 2s, which aren't too hard to get from enemies, but especially 2s. 2s are really easy. That was neat. I feel like my damage wasn't too crazy. Then again, 492. And I am buffing my magic damage with the Physic. 590. Maybe I just had stacked buffs. Or maybe the meteorite weapon does do good against falling star monsters. I don't know. Hard to say, but we need to go visit Gowrie. Can I not teleport anymore? But I defeated the boss at the dungeon. What on earth? Oh, we can't use teleport because we got trapped here by the chest. And once you sit down at Grace, then you are able to teleport again. See? Alright. We'll go to Celia Understair, and then we'll make our way to Gowrie, since that seems to be the safest and closest Grace to him. So fascinating that the Meteoric Ore Blade, I was able to get its AR to 590, And it did fairly well against them. And to be fair, it is a weapon that scales really well with strength and gets good in scaling as well. Oh, good enough, I should say, for our needs. And it was really chunking him thanks to the commander standard. I mean, you can also use the jellyfish shield, but then I think you have to keep the jellyfish shield out. Maybe not. Maybe... I need to re-look at what the jellyfish shield did. It was bugged for a while where you could double stack. You could put the jellyfish shield in either hand and use the Ash of War twice and buff yourself. Commander standard doesn't do that to my recollection. But let's speak with Gowry.
I have awaited your return. The needle is repaired. Now it will forestall the rotting sickness, I'm sure. Will you give it to the girl, Millicent? I will reward you in kind.
So he's promising yet another reward.
Millicent tended to by the witless
I didn't mean to skip
pests
that.
who worship her, or rather her rotting sickness, as a god. A wretched fate, indeed. The poor girl, she never wished for any of this.
I'm going to pull up his dialogue because I accidentally skipped it like an idiot. Okay. All right. Alright, so he says, the needle is repaired, now it will forestall the rotting sickness. I'm sure will you give it to the girl Millicent. I will reward you in kind. Millicent rests at a church atop the cliff beyond Salia, the town yonder, tended to by the witless pests who worship her, or rather, her rotting sickness, as a god. A wretched fate indeed. The poor girl, she never wished for any of this.
Do you find it peculiar that I would show such concern for the girl? Well, I'm the one that found her. A mere babe in the swamp of Aeonia. She is one of my dear daughters. But the rotting sickness erodes one's memory. I doubt that she remembers the first thing about me. Oh, I must be getting old. I didn't always worry so much.
Do you have anything else?
Now, all you need to do is deliver the needle to Millicent. She's convalescing in the church atop the cliff just beyond Celia. Do so, and you shall receive a handsome recompense. Now, all you do so.
All right, so seems interesting. Claims that he's made some claims. He seems suspicious as a character, to say the least, but he seems to be wanting a good thing, right? Let's take a look at the needle. But he also, yeah. The pests worship her like a god, or rather her rot. Very interesting. Okay, I'm all over the place, it seems. There we are. An intricately crafted needle of unalloyed gold. Once snapped in half, it has been repaired by Sage Gowry. A ritual implement crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods. It is thought capable of forestalling the incurable rotting sickness. Now all you need to do is deliver the needle to Millicent, convalescing at the church atop the cliff just beyond Celia. And that is what we will do next time, is we will work our way through Celia and make our way towards Millicent. I'm going to cut this episode a little early because Celia is its own thing, but it'll be exciting nonetheless. So this was episode 60, I believe. I thank you for joining me. Next time is episode 61, where we can hopefully continue the quest line with Millicent and Gowry. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.